What it means to channel your anger is that you're taking all of the negative energy, you're taking all of the unrighteous energy, and you're channeling it so that there's a full, proper application of the anger. You're going to channel it. So how do you channel it? I like what one person said. He said, if you're going to channel your anger, you're going to deal with your anger, then don't blow up, don't clam up, attack the problem and not the person. They're pretty good. Don't blow up, don't clam up, attack the problem and not the person. And it's right there in the text. Look there in Ephesians chapter 4 again. First, don't blow up. Look there in verse 31, Ephesians 4:31. Paul says, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you with all malice. Okay, get all these things and put them away. In other words, don't blow up. But verse 26 says, be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. In other words, don't clam up. Verse 29, let no uncorrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. In other words, don't blow up. Proverbs 29:11 says, only the fool gives full vent to his anger. Only foolish people blow up, but neither should you clam up. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. You need to talk it out. You need to release what's bothering you, but do so in a gracious way. Not uncorrupting talk, not that stinky talk, not that putrid language, but wholesome. Talk it out in a positive way. Don't blow up, don't clam up, and then attack the problem and not the person. And there's a big difference, isn't there? I think you know what I mean by that, but I'll just give you an example from my personal life. There are things that I do that make Audra angry. And I'm not going to air out our dirty laundry, so I'll give you a lighthearted example. Otherwise, there would be some real anger. But a lighthearted example that I asked Audra if I could use before I used it is sometimes I'll go downstairs to the garage, and we have a refrigerator down there, and I'll go down there and get a Dr. Pepper, and on my way back up, I forget to turn off the lights and lock the door. And she doesn't like that. And it doesn't happen very often. Okay, it probably happens pretty often, but when it happens, she gets upset. And there are two ways that she could respond to her anger. She could attack the person, or she could attack the problem. If she was going to attack the person, then she would say something to the effect of, you forgetful frog, or that's being nice. You forgetful person, you always forget to lock the door, turn off the lights. I know you work hard to try to provide for this family, but it's almost as if you intentionally want to pay more for the electricity bill. It's like you don't even want us to be able to put clothes on our newborn child Blaze. Are you really that inconsiderate? I mean, do you want someone to break into our house? Do you want someone to take me? Do you not love me? Do you not like me? Do you want someone to break in here and take me from you? I thought you were Batman. Didn't Batman have a good enough memory that he could lock the door and turn off the lights? Okay. That's attacking the problem. That's not attacking the problem. That's attacking the person. Now, none of that's ever happened, thankfully. But the other way to do it, to attack the problem, would be to say, well, to see that the door wasn't locked, lights were not turned off. Love is patient. Love has a long fuse. It's not easily irritated. And so she swallows the anger for just a moment, and then in a non-threatening environment, with a non-threatening tone, maybe after dinner, she says to me, you know, Wes, I couldn't help but notice, of course she couldn't help but notice, that you forgot to lock the door and turn off the lights. And you know how I feel about this? And I can only imagine if this continues to happen the way that it's happening, I'm only going to get more and more upset. So do you think that we together could work out some kind of solution so that we solve this problem? And I would go, who are you? No, I wouldn't say that. But I would say yes. She always talks to me that way. We have one of those perfect marriages, just like the book says. what would probably happen is I would say yes and then forget to do it again, and that would be a process that plays itself out until eventually the problem is solved. But do you see the difference between attacking the person and attacking the problem? It's a very subtle difference, but the difference makes all the difference in the world. When you are leveraging your anger and you're channeling it so that it's imploded, but you're not clamming up, you're not leaving it in there, you're bringing it out, but you're bringing it out in a very positive, biblical, righteous way. You're not attacking the person, you're attacking the problem. And when you do that, you're channeling your anger. You channel your anger.